Rick, this team has a chance to make some good history or bad history. I mean, history, you know, only 2 other teams have won 3 straight tournament titles. The other one is what happened here 3 years ago with Colgate winning an RPI and coming here to win, sweep you guys, or take you guys out of the series. How important is it to learn from that 2011 series, or do you worry about history at all?
No, we're not too really focused on that. We haven't talked about it. There's some guys in that locker room that weren't even here, so it doesn't even really, you know, faze us.
The thought of even doing something that only 2 other teams have done, you know, winning 3 straight, what does that mean, you think, to have that chance?
It's special. It's what the guys in the room have done, and it's their body of work. You know, they deserve to be, you know, here today, playing on Friday, Saturday, and possibly Sunday. So, you know, that's what we're focused on. But even more important, I've always said this, is just focused on tomorrow's practice.
Coach, do you get a different sense of the union players now as opposed to 3 or 4 years ago? Do they expect to win now more than they did before, given obviously the recent success?
Well, I think the body of work this year says that, and I think that's a good question, you know, for the guys. It's a thing that we talk about at the opening meeting in September. It's the same thing that we're going to preach here in March. So, you know, the message is the same.
Rick, what's the anticipation like for you guys? The kids having a week off, and you know, now getting back at it again, and it's tournament time, and you know, is there a sense of they're ready to get back to work, so to speak?
You'd like to think so. We've had a few, you know, days off here. We call them the academic days because being a trimester school, you know, they're going to go into you know, finals here soon. So basically, with the bye week, it gives us a chance to really, you know, focus more on school, which in turn helps you through hockey. So you go into that, you know, game on Friday night, you're kind of playing with a free mind, knowing that you've done the schoolwork, and I think that helps a lot.
Coach, heading into this year, Colin had never been the starter, but he had a fair number of games under his belt for the 2 years here as Troy's backup. How much do you think that helped him in taking over the starting role this year?
I think he saw what, you know, Troy, you know, had done, you know, through the regular season and in the playoffs, and you watch that, you learn from that, just like, you know, the other guys as well. And sometimes you just got to wait for your number to be called, and that's what happened this past year. He's done a great job, and he's earned, again, everything that, you know, to this point, he's battled with Coach Tapp, and, you know, his goaltending ice, he's done the extra. So he's basically set himself up to succeed, but, you know, you still got to go out there and play, and, you know what, it's up to us as a team, you know, to get that done too for him.
Where has Dartmouth improved since earlier in the season?
I think they got some bodies back, and like I said, it was very impressive when you watch the 3 games to see how they only played with 5 defensemen, and they moved the defensemen up there on their 4th line, and to go through a series like that and to show that heart, that was very impressive. So I think they, you know, basically got the bodies back, but I just think they played with, you know, tremendous passion and heart in that series.
Do you think they have any momentum coming into this after the way they came back to win that series?
You know, I guess we didn't play, so they're more, I would say, battle tested coming in. But you know, to say that they're favored or we're favored, I think you can just kind of throw that stuff out the window. I just think it's again, 2 teams going to play Friday night and see what happens.
Colin downplayed it a little bit when I asked him about, you know, hot goaltending this time of year can kind of start carrying a team. Clearly, you'd love it if he kind of took that role and ran with it. Your thoughts on him? You know, this is the time of year goalies can start doing that, and he's the guy to do it.
Sure. I guess we're more a team-oriented type of style. What was nice about the last series that we played in, Yale and Brown, is we didn't have to rely on Colin to make the big showstoppers. I think there's something to that, so that just led us to believe that, you know, all 5 guys on the ice at that time, you know, we're doing their jobs. I still say, you know, Yale, I don't know how many shots they put up, 106 on us. It's still, I don't know who's doing the counting there, but, you know, I think it was, going back and watching film, was far from that. So, you know, and then the next game, you know, the same thing for Alex. That was a great, you know, team effort.
What's the injury report this time?
As far far as I know, we're good to go.
It could be good to have Max back in the lineup.
It'd be great to have Max back in the lineup. You know, provides a lot. The games that he's played this season, he's played well, and he just makes our guys better, and that's what you want from some of your top guys. And he's always had a good playoffs, you know, as well. And it's just nice to have a veteran back.
I think he's been frustrated with the injuries this year, starting beginning of the year, missing a month, and missing the final 5 games.
That's a great question. It's probably one more for Max, but I guess as a, you know, if you ask any type of student athlete, they're going to say if you miss games, it's not the, you know, the best thing in the world. You're obviously not happy about it, but you know, it's how you deal with it. He's always, you know, dealt with it fine, and see what happens here Friday.
Thank you, Coach.